Come on. There we go. See if we can light this area up. All right. What do we have here? Those are those blocks, and we have another treasure. Hello and welcome to another episode of Regrowth Reloaded. Okay, if you recall in the last episode, we went on our first quest with the first map, and when we got there, we didn't find anything. Well, there actually was something there, way off in the distance here where we went. We just didn't dig down for it. So between episodes, I went back out there and I dug down, and sure enough, there was a pile of rocks under the ground, and in those rocks was a chest, and inside that chest were these two reward bags. Now, I just brought them back, and I thought we would open them together just to see what they are. So next time, you know, when we go on our next quest, which might be in this episode, we'll have to do the same thing. We're just going to have to go out there, and if we don't see anything, make sure we check our Y level as well. Because if you recall, it was like at Y65 is where the item was supposed to be, and we were probably on Y73 or something like that. So let's take a look and see what's in the reward bags. We got clay pattern stamp, okay. And let's see what this is. It's ancient urn. Okay. Hold shift for more info. What is this? Thaumic exploration. Okay, so it looks like it's some Thaumcraft stuff. Alright, well, let me just go ahead and toss that over here for the time being, just to get it out of our way. What is this thing? Oh, we got 4 of those. Do we have uses for it? No. Anyways. Something else was I did go ahead and set up the windmills, or the wind generators. I just put them over here, and as you can see, let's just go ahead and head over there towards them. And they are kind of noisy, but I got those 4. I just hooked them in line with the power here, so that they will just add to it. I don't know how much they actually generate, but you know, anything helps. And then over here you can see I've got another line going down, and what that is, that leads down to our biofuel generators. So I kind of have something set up down there for it. It's not operational yet. I'm waiting for us to build up some of our biofuel so that we can get them up and running. Let me show you that real quick. So here's my setup over here. So we got basically the same type of thing. We got pumpkins coming into here. Right now this thing is completely full with 106,496 pumpkins. The pumpkins get fed into the auto assembler, which turns them into seeds. Those seeds get pumped into this chest, or this one here, which has 78,297. Now it has less than this because I have a redstone upgrade in there so that we can detect a redstone signal. I'm basically doing the same thing here, where it will turn the auto assembler off once this reaches, you know, a certain percentage of that. Now you can see here that I've got these ultimate logistical transporters hooked up to the top, and you can see it pulls these seeds out really fast, and from there they come into a basic crushing factory. So right now I've got it, you know, for 3. I've got 1 upgrade in there, just 1 speed upgrade, because if I use more than 1, it draws more power than one of these will generate. So until I can get some power upgrades, I'm just going to leave the 1 in there and just let it do its thing. Right now this is using 160 RF a tick to do that. So this pipes into here, it crushes the seeds down into biofuel, which comes into here. Now, I don't have this connected yet. I want to let this drawer fill up before I do anything there. Now, this drawer has a full emerald upgrade plus a void upgrade, so if we overproduce, it will just void out the rest. So when I'm ready, I will turn this on and put this into pull mode, so it will pull from here, and then it will push the biofuel into the 5 biogenerators that we have here. And these are hooked up. There's a power ultimate universal cable coming out. It comes into our basic energy cube here, which right now is supplying the power to that. And there's another line out the back that goes up into the top. And right now that is set to insert. So we are actually pulling the power from our wind turbines and our steam generators and everything to run this, as these are not operational yet. I just want to fill this up first before I turn this on, because this actually burns this biofuel pretty fast. So I want to have a good supply of it before I turn these on and get them going. So let me run upstairs and we're going to get started on the thermal evaporators. So I'll be right back with you in just a moment. All right, so I checked on the Discord for the Regrowth author, ThePhoenixLodge's Discord, and I asked about the thermal evaporation unit, whether or not it requires the solar generators, and the people there said no, because we have the other thing that we crafted here, which was the fuel wood heater. So we're going to use that, and let's go ahead and grab all this. Now hopefully I've got everything configured correctly here for it. And we're going to go ahead and build this up, and it's going to be a 4x4 construction. So I'm just going to go ahead, and this is just kind of a layout for where I wanted to put it at. Go ahead and dig that up. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and put down some of these. 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to be 4x4, solid on the bottom, and then you're going to just build up all the way around like this. And actually, from what I've been seeing, we can actually come in here. And I'm going to put the controller in there. So I think in the older versions you had to put the controller at the very top, which would have kind of made it a pain in the neck to do anything. I'm going to put some valves out here. No, that's the wrong thing. Grab that. One there. One there. And one here. And then I'm just going to kind of build the rest of these up to the top. So let me do that real quick and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're on the last block. Let's go ahead and put that down. Okay, the red particles signify that it is complete. So let's go ahead and jump down from here. And there's our basic thermal evaporation tower. So if we look at this, it's heating up. We don't have any water going into it yet. So I went ahead and I brought some ultimate mechanical pipes with me. So let's go ahead and connect these up here, straight across to here. We want to get our configurator out. we need to set this to shift and click. We want this to go to pull, and then shift click here to push, and then that stuff should be coming into the tank here. So yep, it is filled with water. It has to get up to a certain temperature in order for it to begin processing the actual brine. So let's go ahead and let's hook this up here as well. Let's just go ahead and this one's going to be pull, and this one will be push here. So actually it is doing some brine in there, so just the basic temperature of the biome that we're in is enough for it to actually create the brine, but we're going to do better than that. We're going to go ahead and let's get out our fuel wood heater, and if we put that down here, is that correct? And then we hook we need the other pipe, the basic thermodynamic coupler. All right, let's see if this will work here. If we put that there and then there, and then what type, this doesn't say what type of fuel. Let's go grab some coal coke. The only thing right now we're using coal coke for is to make steel. But we have some in here. Let me go ahead and grab this actually. Grab that. Alright, there we go. Now we've got a full stack of coal coke. And let's go ahead and toss that into there. Here, put that in there. Alright, so we're going to let this do its thing. Alright, so you can see our temperature is getting up. Right now it's doing 2.5 millibuckets a tick. And then once we get this filled up with brine, we're going to have to move the pipes over. We're going to drain the water out, and then we're going to pump the brine back into it, and then we're going to extract out the lithium. So that is the thermal evaporation unit. It's going to take a while before we get anything useful out of it, but we got it up and running. And is this draining too much water out of here? I might have to make another water pump. And just so that we don't run out of water. Okay, well, for the time being, let me just do this. I'm going to go ahead and set this to none and let this refill up, and then I'll look at what I need to do to make sure that this tank does not run out on us. All right, so let's go ahead and take on the second quest map. So I've got one here in the dresser, so I put one of each in there. I've got a bunch more down in there underground where our mob farm is at. We get them every once in a while, so I've got several of each. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. If we right click on this, so it's X930 Z1750, X minus 930, and Z was, let's take a look at that again, that was 1750. All right, let's look in the quest book itself. And that was it chapter 4? Yes. Okay, so mysterious map number 2. Now this is saying x equals minus 932. 932. Y is 65. So remember that. And 1756. 1756. So we'll do the same thing. We'll go ahead and we will go into journey map and we'll set a waypoint. Let's see, new map 2, map 2. X is minus 932, minus 932. Z is 1756. And Y is 65. Save it. Okay. All right, let's see where it points to out here. Okay, so it's off in that direction. So let's make sure we got everything we need for our journey. I've got some food here on my hotbar. I've got a stack of dirt. I've got a bed. I've got a boat. I've got my yellow bag, of course. I got my traveler's boots. In here I've got more boats. I got another scoop. I've got my ring of cordata and a snorkel. I've got 2 more bags that we can use for picking up things because the first yellow bag is pretty full of bees. But we're just going to go ahead and grab more while we're at it. So let's go ahead and, oh, I want my Rod of the Skies. So let's go down and grab that real quick. Because that was kind of helpful getting over that mountain. So head in here. And there we go. We got our Rod of the Skies. All right. Let's get on our way. Okay, so it's off in this direction, 2,400 and some odd blocks away. So let's see where we're heading. Jump in the water here. Huh, Endermen are taking those blocks too. Have to replace them. Alright, looks like we've got a little bit of an ocean journey ahead. Let me come over here and put the boat down. I can do it from here. Boat, 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 boat. There we go. We can get in that and let's head off in that direction. Alright, and this might take a little while, so I'll be right back with you and if we come across something interesting or if we hit our destination. All right, this was mostly all ocean in between us. There was an island that I had to cross over in between, but we're finally here and we got this thing here floating in the middle of the ocean. So let's see if we can get up close to it without destroying our boat. Okay, this I can hear skeletons because I know that there's a skeleton spawner inside of this. It's kind of, my boat just kind of disappeared here. All right. Now, am I up on the land yet? Okay. Come on. Why can I not get up here? All right, let's see. There we go. Come in here. This is actually a skeleton spawner. Can we break it? Let's see if we can light the area up. Some bones, some arrows. We've got a coffin is not open. How do we open it? There we go. Come on. There we go. So we can light this area up. All right, what do we have here? Those are those blocks, and we have another treasure. So, what is this? That is an Arcane Pedestal. Ooh, let's take that. Come on. Keep clicking the wrong buttons here. Oops. Yeah, it's not going to let me pick that up, so let's go ahead and dirt back. All right. This might not be lit up enough, so can I light this up more? All right, might be the one above. Let's just go ahead and light all this up in here. All right. And well, that's everything that we needed from here. So let me see if I can find my boat. All right, I guess it decorative flower pot. Go ahead and take them. Factory blocks. I'm going to take these too. They're really cool for decorating with. Grimstone. There we go. idea what Grimstone is. But let's go ahead and get out of here. We don't need to be dealing with any more skeletons. Let's just block this off. And let the skeletons be. Alright. So let me go ahead and get another boat in the water here, and I will meet you back at our base. Alright, so we made it back in one piece. Barely. No, it really wasn't that big of a deal. It was just a lot of ocean. In fact, let's just take a look at the map here and see if I can kind of scroll out. This is the direction we went to get out to that one, and you can see it was just ocean the entire way, other than this one island here that I crossed over to get out here to where our second map was. So yeah, that's a lot of ocean. So it was really a boring trip. So but let's take a look at what we did manage to get out of this, because we did get the one item there. Now we got a coffin, which I have no idea. It's a witchery thing. We got an Arcane Pedestal. That's from ThePhoenixLodge. That's one less thing that we have to build there. And then these decorative flower pots. Okay. Tongue of dog. Okay, that's from that. We got some factory blocks from tearing up the building. But we got our pile of bones with skull. And where's that other thing? Right there, the reward bag. So let's go ahead and take a look at our reward bag. And this is mystical fertilizer. We get 48 of those. Whoopee. All right, so let's go ahead and into our quest book and mysterious map number 2, manual detect. Oh, come on. You mean I had to open it up there? Oh, claim reward. Okay, never mind. So we got 8 experience drops out of that. Okay, well that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we'll see what we need to do here about maybe getting some started on some of the lithium that we need. I'll have to do something to make sure that we constantly got a water supply going into this thing. And then we'll probably go ahead and finish up and do the last of the 3 maps in the next episode. So, until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.